number 2 crack the 23-second barrier, minute 23 seconds in qualifying.
I am live.
Starting grid here in
Nice lap up
just
there,
a
McCann.
moment.
Good luck, guys.
Again, a 90-minute time race here tonight. We're not going to be counting laps. There will still be stage breaks, though, at the 30-minute and then the 60-minute mark. Cautions will come out for both of those stages. Points will be paid, I believe, to the top 10. With that, let's take a look at our starting grid on the pole position with a lap time of a minute 24.244. It's the 33 of Kevin McCann. Outside front row, it's brother Brian. Missed it by almost 2/10. He'll start
2/10.
Number 2, it's Chris Mefford and Josh Funkhauser. Row 3, the 83 of Brandon Mefford, flanked by Garrett Johnston. Starting in the 7th position.
Oh, Kevin,
Butler.
whatever you were saying.
Schofield. Mike Cook, the 00, will start 9th. 10th goes to Nuke Quick.
You were really rubbing it in earlier.
Adam Benefield, the number 9 machine, will start 11th.
What are you talking about?
44, starting 12th. 13th,
Right before qualifying.
Fleet, Josh Stewart in the 03 will start 14th.
About me having such a big lead, I could take tires.
In qualifying, this will be fun to watch. The 051.
That was one of them.
Rear will start 15th. Jarrett Wiedner 16th. Doug Wysocki starting in the 17th.
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing it.
The Charity Motorsports number 84, he'll start 18th. And race admin, race
Hey, Derek.
owner, I guess you could say. The
Thank you.
One of Chris Wally will start shotgun.
Kevin can run about a second faster than I can, so
Running great as the field begins.
Good luck to me.
Away, working through turns 1 and 2 already. We'll be green the next time by.
Definitely looking forward
Understood,
to that.
Kyle. Hope she feels better.
I was able to turn a within 2.
That's new. Here,
Dude,
you got to
right, Derek?
let me pick first the last thing.
Get out of my head.
I got close though, 2/10,
I think it's only right.
but he kills me on a long run. I don't know how he does it.
The winner last week, though, so I think that gives you first rights to pick, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
90
No
minutes
meal
too.
quick tonight.
Stage at 30 and 60. Full course caution 30 and 60.
I think I'm going to go with Kevin McCann here. Not just because he's on the
Minutes, that is.
Efforts.
That's 2 weeks
90
in a
minute
row
race.
for Neil.
30 minute,
He's
60 minute caution.
10 for 2 on his brother Brian here. I think he can calmly go out there, keep pace, not push too hard. And I think if he can keep it consistent, he's going to get the win here tonight.
So you're going Kevin or Brian? I didn't catch it.
Kevin.
Kevin McCann.
Zach Millett is calling for you, Kevin.
Certainly the best idea here would be to go.
So you want to race?
Yeah, he's starting out.
No. He's calling you the winner tonight.
Here, but,
He picked you.
I don't know.
Steve and Zach are picking right now.
Kyle Turzak. He's going to come from the.
Oh, Steve picked Kyle.
The trouble. He's going to be a threat. So we're going to go with the 051.
Oh, see it too. He's got
here
plenty
we
of
go.
time here tonight, which is the best part. If he can just keep it clean, out of trouble, that's going to be great.
He's got some traffic to work his way through. I'm still not sure why he opted not to qualify or if it was mandated. I know he's won a bunch of races this season, but I don't recall IROC instituting any kind of win penalties for these drivers. And if that was the case, I think he'd be having to start from, well, last week's racetrack, the way he's been winning races this season.
Yeah, from the hauler maybe or something.
Green.
Got to do a 4-tire pit stop before you can take the green. I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't get any tires at all tonight. Maybe half the fuel. Who knows?
Granted, that does give me an idea for you.
Car at the lead.
Oh, no. Shouldn't have said it.
I'm going to talk to Justin Johnson over at Lone Star Racing and see if he can make you do a pit stop before you start your race next week.
Man, I hope not. Well, Pocono, it's going to be a place to do it. I'll do it there.
Barney with the green in hand as we wait the field to get through this first chicane. I guess you call the last chicane.
Such a tough spot to go green here for the mid-pack.
Oh, he got a better turn in there.
Flag in the air, Kevin McCann out to the early lead as the field barrels into turns 1 and 2.
I slid on entry.
It's going to be fun to watch these two fight it out. They know very well how each other race. They know what they can get away with. They know what each driver is capable of.
Brian's really smart behind the wheel. He knows to get that.
Kevin McCann still out in front. He's already put some distance on brother Brian. Trying to slow your standings ticker down here. It's going by at warp speed here, trying to go to the future. We'll try and get that corrected for you guys. Real loose in the middle of the backstretch chicane. Kevin McCann laying some rubber on the racetrack on lap number 1.
That's the thing about these Hoosiers, Steve. I mean, you can do that over and over and over. These tires just seem to take it and not care.
Messed up there again. That's my weakest link.
In second, starting to build a decent gap at third place already.
Not surprising. We know how good Kevin McCann is on these road courses. Brian McCann certainly no slouch either. Chris Mefford, not really known for his road racing prowess, but doing a good job here running in that third position. Top 6 drivers all running right where they qualified. I think just trying to settle into a rhythm. That's going to be key here. Now, Zach, I know you ran the Noble Can-Am series last season. That was effectively a road racing series with these particular race cars. I think our races were only about 60 minutes as opposed to this 90-minute race, but talking about tires, what is going to be the strategy? Are they going to need to take tires in this race so they can get away with maybe just right sides or none for that matter?
It's a real possibility of just being able to take 2 tires and being fine. But boy, you look at that temperature, and I don't know, we've seen a lot of races this year, but that tends to be a lot. Anything over that 100-degree mark really just seems to chew up these tires.
Oh, he's talking about the track degrees. I didn't look at that.
Racing.
I better back it down, shouldn't I?
Tires here, maybe even just halfway, one and done.
I think Zach might be right.
Jimmy Schofield missing the.
I'm burning him off trying to stay with him.
Or does he?
Maybe my chance should be
Slow down penalties meant to
back off.
a little lap time because he did skip that last corner.
I don't know. Because if it's well over 100, we could be wearing them out right here. We're at 1 minute. No, wait.
Kevin McCann still out in front. He's put about a 2.25 seconds on brother Brian in P2. Chris Mefford still running in the third.
I don't have a good minute counter.
Changed up here as Brandon Mefford runs in the 4th spot. He's up a position.
Everything I got is laps.
Also up 1 spot. He took that away from Josh Funkhauser about a lap or 2 ago. Funkhauser has shed 2 spots since we took the green flag. Brent Butler running in the 7th spot right where he started.
I think we're 5 minutes in.
Kyle Turzak already up 5 spots in position number 10.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time coming up through this field.
All right. Oh, that's my 3rd lap.
Currently 4 laps complete.
Kevin is burning his tires off, but it's working.
Time to race. Get to about our halfway point. We'll switch over.
I don't get it.
Instead of showing lap count, we'll go switching to the
Even when we were reading off tire percentages during practice,
scoring ticker. It says lap.
he was like 2 or 3% lower than me after just 2 laps. So he was really burning them off. But I don't think it matters. Oh. Cut that one a little bit too much.
We're back in that 7th position.
know, Steve, we're 5 laps into this race already, and boy, it's been awfully clean so far.
Very clean race. Right to be where I expected these drivers.
He gained 0.3 last lap. Let's see what this one is. I drove a little bit harder.
To running on-road courses, but they're getting it done. They've put in some practice to at least be consistent and clean. I know we talked to Brandon Mefford after the race the other night. And Mefford was not looking forward to coming to this road course. He seemed downright disappointed if we were running a road course, but here he is. He's running within the top 5, having a solid start to this race.
I don't know, Steve. I think deep down, Brandon really likes road courses.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but he does tend to perform at least halfway decent, and he does come out and run with us on occasion when we have something related to road racing. Maybe it's just to hone his craft and try to get better, or maybe, like I said, maybe he's a closet road course fan.
That's a perfect way to put it. No, that's the easiest way to get better at road courses. So just get out there, get the track time in.
Yeah, seat time is key. It doesn't matter really what it's in either, because I had found that coming into iRacing as a new driver a couple of years back, I had a lot of experience on road courses in road-type vehicles, but it was on different types of simulations or even games for that matter, whether it was Gran Turismo or Forza, project cars, things like that. We do learn how to get the job.
Anybody tired yet?
Of course, in doing that, I guess you could say the fundamentals are relatively the same. But they do cross over.
I'm at 141 beats per minute. I don't know what you are.
So the late model stock, NASCAR Cup Series car, the Gen 6, the next gen, or even the truck. The fundamentals of road racing still apply, even if you don't have a lot of downforce or really big tires.
Derek says he's tired.
There's a lot to be learned, but seat time is the best way.
Last lap, I only lost 1/10 off of them.
The best thing that I learned from road course racing.
Kyle's got to go in. Why's he got to go in?
It was trying to drive on that razor's edge of out of control. You know, on road course, you're coming out of a lot of these turns sideways, trying to get the power down.
I'm probably going to lose a lot on that lap.
Relate to over racing. If you come off
24
sideways, instinct will kick in if you're turning those laps and you know how to catch it. You're not just going to kind of
Hell yeah.
correct it, put it to the wall. It just gives you that extra little chance to come out of it.
What is he doing?
Meanwhile, we saw Terzak just scrape the wall a tiny bit on the exit.
I don't get it.
Oh, misses the chicane here, Steve.
This is the backstretch chicane. Terzak's going to lower down. He had a good pace going. He was up into the 8th position. We did see him practice, though. He was battling with Brian McCann, just kind of working on, I don't know, some passing practice. And he had a problem in the bus stop on the back straightaway and ended up putting it in the fence. Terzak slow on the bottom of the racetrack. I'm not sure if he's coming to pit lane.
I think he is. I think he might have got some wheel damage on that pre-contact. The way he weaved the car after the contact back and forth, I think he was trying to see if he was straight. But he is. It's hard to tell from the outside of that car.
I think it's the right rear. If slight bit in the right rear, looks to be a little bit towed out.
He's having a hard time even getting in that box.
Tops up the fuel, probably took the faster pair as well. I think he's going to stay in the lead lap here, but he's got a tall order. Luckily for him, he's going to get a caution here in about 20 minutes when the stage comes. Should be able to stay on the lead lap.
We do have stage cautions. So if I can learn from my mistakes here,
Let's come in and get the repairs done right now, and kind of
it's a 1 in a million chance.
Meanwhile, a moment ago, Mike Cook had an issue out on the racetrack. Let's take a look what happened here to the 00. Was it just a simple off track, or did he really wad the thing up?
Ooh, almost hit the wall there.
Scrapes the inside.
I didn't back out of it though.
And around it goes as he get her locked down, and he stays off the wall for a second trip.
I'm green right now.
There you have it.
Trying to milk it.
it's just so easy to do.
I lost 7/10 on him last lap.
Terzak finds himself back in 17th.
He is outrunning me.
15th, worked his way up to 8th.
Looks like I'm just going to have to finish for second, or go for second here.
He did get into the wall. May have damaged the right rear of that race car. It didn't seem like a significant amount of contact, but clearly enough to hurt the old 51 in the handling of that race car.
Damn, that was an off track. True, Derek, true. And I'm learning too.
Meanwhile, back out front, Kevin McCann still in command of this race and well in command. He's got almost 4 seconds on brother Brian. And Kevin's fast just about every.
I've learned a lot in the last lap.
McCann versus McCann. In road courses, usually we'll see that double 3 run away from his brother. It's usually a 1 and 2 type situation, as Brian tends to be faster than most guys on road courses as well. But Kevin, it's in a different ball club, different area code.
I've learned a lot.
I'm not
Give me a second.
Brian McCann when I say that, because he'll say the same thing.
Steve, don't sell me yet.
Yeah, thinking back to some of the most fun races I've ever had here on this sim, I think Watkins Glen and trucks. Forget what series it was for. I'm guessing Noble, and it was both McCann's and myself trying to get those things around the Glen, and man, it was just so.
That's 8/10.
Tight, clean running, and these guys are really fun to race with.
I only lost 2/10 on them last lap. This is 8/10 this lap.
9 laps in, 12 minutes in. In fact, we'll switch over to the time right now. It's a count.
That's 9/10.
So as you see us get to the 1 hour to go, that'll be our first stage.
Damn, I still lost 4 on him.
Kevin McCann out there just turning laps. Sunday drive person.
I thought I had something there. Boy, was I wrong.
Zach, you saw how close he got to the wall on the exit of that chicane there, right at start finish. We're talking a couple of inches between himself and that barrier.
Yeah, and as we saw with Kyle Terzak, man, it
He's still turning 24, and I was back here turning 25s.
the whole race is flipped up.
It's looking like a second place finish.
Chris Mefford, the number 46, running in that 3rd position. Again, that's where he started this race. Brandon Mefford in 4th.
I'll do what I'm doing now, though, off the start. Maybe that'll help.
Run.
Still a long shot, though.
Stay out of trouble. We talked about it in the open just prior to this race going green. He's got to take care of the race car, not beat it up. If he can do that, he still has a shot at this. Staying in the lead lap, even though he had to make that pit stop. He's worked his way through the pack. He's back to where he started this race in P15. Stage break coming up here in 16 minutes, so that'll give everybody a chance to regroup. Maybe Terzak pits again. Maybe he doesn't. Now that he's got fuel, and maybe he's got enough to go to stage 2 at 100% fuel load. That could be the case. He could leapfrog everybody here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's another thing to think about, too. You know, you get close to the end of these stages and you're still back here in traffic. Maybe it's worth coming in.
Oh, the 84 gets in the fence. Matt Kopp.
I lost a cool 1 second and 4/10 on him last lap.
That was yeah, man, this thing's got to hurt pretty good.
We're going to rewind it here. I don't have a quick button I can click on that one just because it wasn't as significant an impact as you would think, but it looks like Chris Wally might have got into him there. We'll watch it here on exit again. Just drives it up the track. Yeah, Wally.
I was definitely overdriving last lap.
Assuming that he wasn't going to be there, but Kopp just slowed so significantly.
And you hate to see it, too, because Kopp was just trying to give Kyle some room there.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Big time.
Matt Kopp's going to pull at the pit lane here, trying to get some repairs made. They do have one fast repair tonight. We got Alfie Sharon in the stream chat. Says McCann Brothers out front on a road course. I've seen this before.
Tell him, Alfie.
I think we all have, Alfie.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You got
McCann Brothers. Go ahead, Steve.
Katie Klein says, love that 51 car. Uh-oh. Matt Kopp calls it a night. He's had enough.
Man.
Kevin McCann still out in front. Still about 14 minutes shy of our stage break.
Car on your left.
So Zach, I know we talked about
All
track
clear,
temperature
all
and the weather conditions playing a part in tire decisions. I want to say,
Car on your
again,
left.
it's not a direct comparison just because we ran 60 minutes.
on
This
your
race
left.
is 90 minutes.
Clear on the left.
There was a lot of races where we didn't take tires at all. That was just the game. That was the way to go. Just mainly because 4 tires takes so long to complete that tire change. You get non-competitive pit crews here in the late model stock series. The same guys that work on the race car, the same guys that are going to fuel it, put new tires on. So you're looking 23 seconds or so to change 4 tires. That's a lot of track position to give up if you don't necessarily need it. In many cases, we would look, in practice, where am I beating up the tires the most? Is it right front, right rear? And then you'd focus on that corner of the race car during the race. Okay, if I'm absolutely forced into taking a set of tires, where am I going to take it? Sometimes, maybe we pit the car on the left side, pit wall, but we'd still change left sides only. Necessarily the way to go on everything.
I've learned that turn a little bit better.
All right, well, how many corners to the left? How many corners to the right? Kind of make up your decisions from there. Now, I know you were running the super late model in that particular series, so that's likely to burn off the rear tires much more than these late model stocks. Power differential pretty significant between this and the super late.
Yeah, most of the season I was just kind of hoping and praying I could just change the back tires and I would have been perfectly fine with that. But yeah, with this car, I mean, on a track where you're kind of even with your lefts and rights, you could alternate it on these stops too. Your first pit stop, come down, take your rights. Next pit stop, come down, take your lefts. But it just all comes down to the temperature and how much wear you're putting into these tires per lap.
Kevin McCann still out in front, 18 minutes complete here from the Charlotte Roval. You see the 77 is Zachary Cleek slow at the top of the racetrack. He's going to go down a lap to the race leader. We're going to step aside here, get our first HBR TV side-by-side break out of the way. Stay with us. We'll be back after this. You won't miss a thing.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help.
That commercial was really loud.
Always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody who cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
I turned it up tonight because I couldn't hear Zach.
Car on your right. All clear, all clear.
Oops. Got the blue a little bit. He beat me by 7/10 that last lap. He's got that car dialed. Got 8 seconds in front of me and 10 seconds behind me. You hit it just right, it rotates you like that. You got to hit the white and red though, not the blue. Seven tenths again that last lap.
Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval here this afternoon for the IROC Challenge Series race number 10. About 8 minutes shy of the end of our first stage. Kevin McCann's led every lap to this point. Still out in front.
Big jump.
8.5 seconds ahead of second place Brian McCann. Putting on a clinic so far.
Tell him, Steve.
Yep, absolutely. The McCann show so far tonight.
With that said, Zach, I mean, if you're used to this, I mean, you go out a lot of places, there's just nobody that can hold a candle to your pace.
Wait a minute, what?
Versus, in most scenarios, especially when you throw it into a stock car or a truck for that matter, but when you know you're that far ahead, pace-wise, you're going to be. As Kevin McCann's out 9 seconds now.
Uh-oh, Derek.
You got a stage break coming. The caution's going to come out. Do you kind of pedal it a little bit, slow
Tell me I need to step it up a bit without telling me I need to step it up a bit.
I don't know, drive 8 points, take off.
We got 10 seconds.
Yeah, it kind of depends, on the vehicle, I guess. If you're more of a stop.
And the stages only get shorter, so.
You save, the less time you're going to be sitting on pit road. So, yeah, I'll be pedaling it as much as possible. I wouldn't be going into like hard.
But I hear you. He is catching me. He caught me by 3 tenths last lap. Kevin only lost to me by 2 tenths though, so
run here to see what these.
That's a win in my book.
And if they got to change 4 tires, then I guess it's going to be kind of even playing field here. But Steve, if you're Kevin McCann or even Brian McCann here with the gap on the rest of the field,
see what this lap is to him.
Taking 4 tires.
See, it's funny because I'm kind of the opposite mindset. I mean, I know Kevin's fast. He's got that big lead, but again, the caution's going to come out. It's not like he's going to make this pit stop under green where he's got that extra padding time-wise, but here we see it. Kevin McCann's losing. He's trying to get through some lap traffic. The 99 hits pit road. That's Jared Wiedner. But McCann was up 9.5 seconds. Now it's less than 8. I don't know if he got held up.
Yeah, probably just slowed his pace up a little bit to pass the lap car in a better spot, I think.
It's really cost him a lot of time. It's 7.4 seconds, and we still got a pretty healthy advantage.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
5 minutes remaining.
Got Jesse Redding in the stream chat talking. And
yeah, 5 minutes. He ain't running me down 10 seconds. We got this.
What do you think that says?
I don't know. I think it's nominal.
He ain't going to be quick on the start either, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's very dense, whatever it is.
That's where we gain so much time on him. We just even out now probably because of tire heat or
some of these pit
wear
stops taking place. Jared Wiedner now leaving the pits after completing his pit work.
There's people pitting.
He's just trying to short pit the stage. Is that kind of the strategy you think he's playing here? He's already lapped down.
Just did a 25.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
I think it'd be smart if you're anywhere in the back of this field to come in and pit before the stage, before the pit.
That's one thing I did a lot in practice, hit the wall.
Stay out during the stage break and get some practice.
Katie Klein in the chat asking if the McCanns and Medfords are all brothers. McCanns, Ryan and Kevin, yes. Medfords, Chris and Brandon, also yes.
It makes it really economy friendly on the IROC aftermarket.
You think, Derek?
Everybody can hop in, carpool together.
That is true.
We think me and Zach might be related. We just haven't confirmed it yet.
This is true. This is true. Multiple occasions.
2 people have done it. Chris Wally has done it.
Chris Wally's in the pits, trying to shorten up his opportunity here. We'll see what happens if the caution comes out. He's going to stay on the racetrack, but under green, he's going to take right side tires. And does he opt for 4? He is. I don't know if I like this strategy call for the 51 of Chris Wally. I know it puts him in a position here to stay on the racetrack when the caution finally does come back out, but that's a lot of time on pit lane.
But only by 1, 2.
Track temp still nice and warm, 121 degrees Fahrenheit. But maybe it's the right call. I don't know, Zach. What do you think?
I don't know. How are we looking after this? Is there another stage break, or do you want to reach the point?
So we got stage breaks at the 30-minute mark and the 60-minute mark. So we got one more after this.
I think whatever you see these guys do right now is what they're going to do again. They're just going to repeat the process and try to better their track position for that last and final stage.
Let's check in on Kyle Turzak once again. He has gotten into the wall another time. He's got some right front damage on the 051, though he has still managed to work his way back into the top 10. So Turzak, even without the help from Caution, gets back into the 10th position. He may have some work to do to get that.
I only lost a 10th last lap.
Okay, maybe he's not too worried about it.
I must be good on the long run, but he's just kicking my ass on the short run.
Yeah, it looks pretty banged up, doesn't it, Steve? Kind of on both sides there, even.
Right front definitely does not look happy by any means. The right front tire is exposed, which all in all might actually translate to a good thing. It's going to keep a little bit more fresh air on that tire. Left front's a little exposed. So you're right. I think you've called that one on.
Either of you get the need rubber soon warning?
Front damage.
No.
As long as it's handling okay.
No.
His lap was a minute 25:56, only about 4/10 off of Kevin McCann right now. So it seems to be doing okay.
Me neither.
It's just one of those things, though, after your fast repair.
Good save.
You know, how careful do you drive it? You know, you got a long race left, and
Car on your left.
it's razor's edge out here.
Yeah, even with that damage, he was the 3rd fastest car.
Oh, that's funny.
That last lap, so he's doing okay.
That's exactly what I would have said. Don't hit the wall. It's getting a little tight. I am, however, catching Kevin. I caught him 7/10 last lap. This one's gonna be a little bit worse. But last lap was pretty good lap for me.
From coming down pit road during these stage breaks, you know, you could probably get a ton of that damage fixed just sitting on pit road without being distracted.
But does he need to? I mean, we're riding on board here, looking at the driver's eye camera. Got the camera.
Chris Wally went a lap down. All the guys that pitted went a lap down, but
Chris
if
Wally,
everybody pits, I guess that don't really matter.
straight.
I'm staying out though. How was that an off track?
That's my only concern with Turzak here is, granted, the wheel is straight, but
Right,
how much more damage is that part of the race car going to be able to take, you know?
Road is closed.
Especially with hitting these curbs like they do. You know, they really abuse these things hitting these curbs. And I don't know, I just feel like any sort of damage is just going to worsen that.
I know we didn't see a whole lot of that becoming an issue in the Noble Can-Am series on the road courses with these same race cars, but we did see it. It wasn't a lot. We had a couple of instances where drivers would just jump over the curbs. I think it was actually Mark Thomas.
The second stint's only going to be like 20 minutes because it's going to take 10 minutes for us to caution.
Car over on entry. He hit that, damaged the race car, and it really hurt him. But caution on the speedway.
All right, drivers.
This before our stage break. Kevin McCann still at speed. He's going to have to catch the pace car here. It's going to take him some time just based on when they threw the yellow.
We're going to try and get everybody pitted together.
It's one of the concerns that the race officials had was how long
you hear that, Kevin?
we were going to get caught back up.
Need be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with these road course races. It's just such a big track, and the field just gets so spread out.
You taking 4?
Might as well.
Pit road is closed, though, Steve. I see a couple cars on pit road. I don't know if they're just going to take the penalty, get some work done while they can, or what's going on.
But pit road is closed. I know that they won't technically open it back up until the leader gets close enough to the pace car to warrant opening pit lane. With that said, I mean, if Kevin McCann were to stay behind the pace car for an extended period of time but not get close enough, he could keep it under yellow the whole race.
Man,
I don't see that happening, but
you never know. That pace car might be out there running 123s.
Yeah.
it is a Porsche. It probably could run competitive laps by comparison.
Oh, yeah.
You eat him up on the straightaway, but as soon as it got time to hit the
Because we're running 125s.
Until we are completely caught up.
But there it is.
to the
McCann
pace
now
car
in
coming.
behind the iRacing Porsche pace car.
Hopefully he tells me what his tires where it was, so I can know if I need to run harder or something easier.
Not pitting with these guys, right?
Put
You
up
got
the
to make it all
session
the way
and see
around,
what
right?
you can do. See how long you can keep the pace car out in front, or if it would even work. The pits would.
You gonna tell me what your tire percentages were?
believe Everybody should be pitting together.
Yeah, we might have to give that a try. I'll be around tonight. You might have to do that after.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Justin
Black
Kivette,
flag
hopefully
will
I'm
be
saying that
cleared,
right in the IROC chat. Thanks for
if,
checking in there, Justin. He says
lap
Kyle's
cars
doing pretty
get
good,
a black
but I
mark.
think you should stick to ovals. I think he's talking about Kyle Turzak.
Yeah.
Turzak's been fast. He had one issue early on. If you're just coming into this, Justin, he went from 15th up into the top 10, got a piece of the wall. I think it was through turn 7 on the exit of 7.
How much fuel you were
Taking
taking?
the fence, had to come to pit lane immediately following to get some repairs.
I just got it set on auto. I guess it'll fill it up.
I think you can gain some by not taking.
A second time. This all in this.
Yeah,
first stage.
I mean you can gain some.
Okay, do here now that the field is bunched back up. Maybe Kyle's had some opportunities to get some more repairs made. He's still trying to get caught up.
But
So we'll see what happens with
yeah.
Yeah, he does have
Alright,
the third
so
fastest
pit
lap
road is
tonight, just
open.
behind the McCann.
Everybody
So
is
he's
able to
definitely
go
got the
down
pace
pit
up there.
road this time by.
If you take 8 gallons here, you'd be good, right?
In a few weeks, please. I'm not really sure I understand what you're saying, but I would go to Watkins Glen every single week if given the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
God, I hope I'm right.
Is that for LSR Cup, I think, in a few weeks? I think that's what Katie means. And, yeah, I can't wait for that.
Well, Lone Star Racing is going to run the Glen on April the 4th. That'll be here live on HBR TV. It's 45 laps, so that's half the distance of an official Cup race.
Hope I'm right.
It's a shame. I was hoping it was 90.
10,
Yeah.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right
I'm
here.
risking it. $71, $75 on front.
73, 79.
So I was overdriving.
All right, that's it. Go. Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining. Line up single file. Past the 9, past the...
Interesting.
Catch the 33.
Gavin McCann in the pit, so is Brian McCann. Right side tire change in process.
Speeding on pit road. That
Tim!
back of the longest line.
Or tire change. Imagine that, Zach.
Perfect.
Props to Jack. Kevin McCann down.
Where were you?
Get a word.
Oh, yeah, you were in the top 10, weren't you?
Was Kevin McCann our
Was.
So he's not concerned about points. So see if we can pull.
You think you can get around him again and get back in the top 10?
Indeed, he is. Race channel.
We'll see.
Brian McCann will pull him up. Get a word with our stage winner, Kevin and Steve and Zach in the HBR TV booth. You got us?
I don't.
Yeah, it was good.
Well.
It's going well,
Once we
Kevin.
take
Well
the,
for you, as
the
we
green,
can see,
let
you've led
me-
every
let me
single
know.
lap of this race to the point of this stage break. I know you're not out here for points. Looking for a trophy. What's the strategy call for the rest of this race, knowing we've got one more stage here in about a half an hour?
Just pedal to the metal. I mean,
Man, that burns.
tires aren't a problem, so just go fast. That's the strategy.
He was calling 75, but that
Strategy.
right front inner side was 58 on mine.
Again, a nice
So it goes
It gave it to
58.75 on the right
99.
front.
No threats from your brother?
I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry, the in-game chat was going on. What'd you say?
That are in front. Of
Wishing you the best of
Kevin,
luck here at the end of this
here
race.
in just a
You
second.
think your brother's got a chance here?
He's talking some weird strategy he's got going on. He's talking smack in Discord.
What's he talking about?
We'll just wait and see.
What have I said in Discord?
Congratulations again, and wish you the best of luck the rest of the race.
Showing you with a flag, sir.
It's Kevin McCann, your stage.
What did I say in Discord?
Cheater if we can give him a black flag.
This weird strategy you talking about?
Well, Steve,
Oh, I don't know. I was just talking smack.
That's what I was pretty much putting together there.
My in-game sound is so loud. My in-game radio, I couldn't hear a word he was saying because the in-game radio was going on.
To see that being the case, but
Need to fix that.
when you're as quick as Kevin and Brian and even Chris in this instance, you can kind of take that risk. Screw it, let's bolt on.
What was your right front
You know, some of these
inside
two, we're going to chew them up anyway.
wear
And that's the
usage?
reality of it. If you got pace on a road course versus a lot of guys that just don't do it or aren't that great at it, you can take bigger gambles as far as your pit strategy, knowing that you're going to have the pace and
You gonna tell me?
your advantage on top of it to go and attack.
My thing ain't working. Hold on.
yeah, and I think that last stage is going to be the most beneficial for.
Not making me go to the back for some reason.
He's still out front. He has a pretty good gap. He's going to be able to come down and take his 4 tires and get out of pit.
My Discord
catches him.
push to talk ain't working.
I wonder if he inadvertently cleared my black flag.
In the stream chat on the IROC TV side, once again.
Would you do speed?
Kyle Turzak, he's my
Yeah.
My steering wheel has
talking
quit
trash.
working.
Just texted him the same thing.
No, these buttons are working.
It amazes me, these guys that can check their phones or even
Hey, car.
type into our stream chat while racing. I can barely.
I guess I got to go to voice activity. Can you guys hear me now? My button stopped working on my steering wheel.
The noble
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
race we just.
Well, unfortunately, you guys, I don't have a push to talk button, so I'm just gonna whatever I'm saying to you guys as well.
Can't ask him about that because I was trying to
Hacking loogies and all that.
Discord channels on my top monitor.
What's that?
On the straightaway.
You're gonna be hawking loogies.
Did it?
Oh, maybe.
On there.
Screen and my
I can't mute myself.
underneath the flag stand in the.
Yeah, I was going to say, this was on turn 11 and we saw this. We caught that live on the broadcast.
Catch up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't take much to,
Tim, how do you wear
catch
that?
up. We should
All
catch
right,
up. Don't
man.
extend it.
Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Tim,
All
how
right,
do you
man.
wear that VR
Lights are
headset
back
for
on the
90
pace car.
minutes
We're not going green
without
this
sweating?
time. We are not going green.
NASCAR
I'm sweating.
we work back to NASCAR turn number 1.
It's
Bring that down if you can.
Next time
by the end of this thing, I think I'm going to be over it.
Oval, that should give us, I would say,
All right, man. We're
about
going green. Next
21
time.
minutes to the next stage. So a much shorter stage by almost a third.
Yeah, me too.
We should have about the same length to the finish, so
don't worry
about
about it,
21
guys.
minutes, depending
Stay
on
with the
the
field.
cautions.
If they
Well, there
don't
won't really
catch
be
up,
any
I will
cautions.
clear
They
that
don't run
right.
low.
That's so weird. My button quit working mid-race.
We still got some drivers here on the main straightaway, 3-4 cars trying to get caught up to the tail of the field, so they're going to wave this.
Y'all gonna be hearing my in-race thoughts now.
I got to give IROC some credit on this because they do this quite a bit.
Maybe some secrets.
Field lined up the way they
No,
should be.
mostly,
They wave off.
how am I getting outrun?
Try to make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity, at least,
The pace car's in.
to battle for position, work their way through the field. If the green flag comes out, these guys are a third of a lap behind. That's just, it's an unfair disadvantage. I know they're back there for a reason, but still, caution's supposed to let everybody get grouped up, and well, that's what they're letting them do.
537.
Yeah, you got to appreciate that, level playing field.
Now, I don't know if that has something to do with the fact that Chris Wally's a legitimate NASCAR official, and that's kind of how they play things in real life as well. Either way, whatever the reasoning behind it, I do like it. It's good to see these guys get doubled up, everybody that is. And whether they're lead lap cars or otherwise, they all should be there together. Pace car is in as we get ready to go back to the green flag. Flag waves back racing, Kevin McCann. Early jump.
Sorry, Jarrett, man. I didn't even see you over that hill. My bad. You're totally good.
Ryan McCann all over the back bumper of the 33 through the first few corners, unable to maintain.
Oh, I hit that curb too hard.
Now it's
I had good momentum too.
82 from Kevin McCann.
I was trying to keep up the momentum.
McCann,
Angled it too much.
5 and 6.
Dang it.
It's putting the pressure on now.
And Zach, if you didn't notice, we went green anyway.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee Steve that
Now I'm overdriving trying to catch him.
that didn't catch up yet. And I guarantee they all said, yep, send it, go for it. We're all set.
I think everyone except for maybe Matt Kopp was caught up at that point in time, so They delayed the restart, but then they quickly took that back and they went green flag racing, which is good to see. Nevertheless, that means more action on the track and less pacing around it behind the pace car. I gotta say, Zach, your lap was definitely faster than these guys out here, but watching Kevin McCann turn laps here at the Roval, he seems a little bit smoother. He's not abusing those curves anywhere near as much as you were.
Oh yeah. When you tell me to go out there and go fast, that just means go jump some turtles. And it worked.
Kevin McCann fastest of the race, a minute 23:90 last time.
Not good. Not ideal.
First driver to crack below that.
What's this yellow car in front of me?
Remember, they were a minute 24 in the
I overbraked big time.
Or was he? This may have been just a lap ago.
Trying to catch Kevin.
See what happened to the 51.
Now I got a race.
The back straightaway bus stop.
That's what he gets for trying to keep up with me.
Has to pay that slowdown penalty.
Tell him, Kevin.
Oh, Brian McCann in trouble. Brian misses the bus stop. Did he have some help? We'll watch it again here, the replay of Brian McCann down the backstretch.
Oh, that sucks. I could have just not done that. Been a whole lot better off.
Just upset the balance of the race car, gives it a short half spin.
Well, now what do I do?
You tell us the same thing, but those curves.
What do you mean?
You hit them in just the right way.
This is no fun.
Effectively, puts a lot of weight.
It was no fun for me either, but I was just still going to get second. Todd was trying to keep up with you.
Less than gingerly, or not how you had planned.
Now it's not fun.
A little bit too much. I think that's kind of what happened there.
Other than I got to pass all these cars again.
At least halfway around.
And I mean, the point of gingerly to disaster is about 2 inches. It's pretty hard to nail every time. You know, I gotta give a shout out to Brian McCann here. When he did kick it out sideways there, he let it roll. He didn't lock up the brakes doing, sit in traffic. So he gave him his best chance to get back going again too, but stay out of the way at the same time.
We did just see Brian McCann hit the wall there on the exit of turn.
No, I didn't hit no wall. That was a glitch.
We saw Kyle Turzak do at the earlier stages in
just a slight rub. It'll buff out.
McCann had sustained any damage.
We're gonna go 3 wide here.
Small impact.
These boys ain't careful.
Light appearing for Kyle Turzak early on, but it was certainly enough to hurt his race car.
All clear, all clear.
Speaking of Turzak, though, he's up into the 5th position since the restart. Working on the back bumper of Brandon Mefford, about a car length off of the 83 as they come back to this final chicane at main straightaway. Turzak really has a great entry into that chicane. Closed.
Ooh, I hit the wall big time.
Outbreaks Mefford down into turn number 1. Side.
I knew it too.
You're doing too good back there, are you?
Wheel damage?
No wheel damage. I kept it off that. I caught it early.
Yeah, certainly not.
What? Oh.
The gap back on the 83.
No, you're lucky you didn't get wheel damage, yeah.
I got you.
That gets clear. He's up to 4th.
Well, Brian McCann's going to benefit from that pass as well as he throws it on the inside of Mefford.
I think my tires are off since I spun.
Of road racing.
I think Brandon just lost it.
Okay, there. He's still inside.
Yeah, he did.
Just outside the top 5 is Brian McCann hits the wall again, and that same.
I ain't hitting no wall.
Turn 7.
I gotta say, Steve, it is the worst spot in the track. The way your car,
I may have hit a wall, but
left to right, it just throws you in there.
Why are they watching me when I hit the wall?
The fortunate thing about it is you really have to push the car through that part of the racetrack to gain time each and every lap. You got to maximize, use every inch of that racetrack. But like you just said, Mefford goes around out of the bus stop on the backstretch. Very similar to what happened to Brian McCann a lap ago.
Holy crap!
Right there too.
Was not expecting that break.
And Brandon Mefford now in behind.
Almost hit him.
A little bit different. He caught the exit wall there and slid it up the racetrack.
I got to remember that.
Sustained too much damage on that.
No, I ain't got no damage. We don't get damage. We just kissed the wall.
Well, as you see it, he is still on the racetrack. Seems to be okay. We'll see if he can regroup. Chris Wally having a problem here on the back straightaway again as well. Let's see what happened here to the 51.
Nothing a buffer wheel wouldn't take care of.
Yeah, he knew he was.
As I could outrun. Y'all can still hear me. I keep forgetting about that.
Did a pretty sick wheelie though.
Here, I thought you were just concentrating the whole time.
No, I don't concentrate. I sit here and talk
Jaw
crap the whole time. Yeah, oh yeah.
So what does that mean? I know there's some guys out there that know
I was
it.
waiting for him to start talking shit about us.
For those that might be novices to racing or just cars in general, camber is a suspension adjustment. Effectively, if you're in the race car and you're looking through the body of the race car, say you can see the front tires and they're vertical up and down, right? Right. Well, if you got negative camber, you're taking the top of that tire and you're tipping it inward towards the engine compartment. The reason you do that is you go.
He did it a lot different at that time. I was anticipating it,
left or
but he did it differently.
Race car, and it puts the contact patch of the tire more flush with the racetrack, more flat on the racetrack. You might be only on the inner edge down the straightaway, but in the corners provides the maximum amount of grip when the suspension loads up.
You're expecting consistency back here?
Good contact with the surface of the track.
Yep.
I explained that okay, Millet?
Anticipating it.
Well, yeah, I thought it went pretty well.
I think the novices get it.
Yeah, and you could really see the
Kyle was spun out.
On your right.
Oh shit!
Down the straightaway, especially at
What was that?
around the front straightaway.
They say you cut the
Damn.
course. You have to slow down and give up the time gain.
Go for it.
McCann, well, to no one's surprise, continues to lead.
He hit me on straightaway. He almost lost it.
Every lap to this point, Chris Mefford running in that second position. Yeah, Chris Mefford.
He sent me a sorry though.
For his road racing, but again, he is known to take care of his equipment throughout.
At least this is entertaining. I'll give it that.
When he needs to be.
Otherwise, I was just out there turning laps trying to catch Kevin.
Right now, it's time to be gentle. Chris Mefford.
Ooh, I got into the danger zone.
His stuff, running in that second position. Driving
We
the
still got one more caution though to bunch them up.
that the car is capable of getting. That is the main thing you need to do in a lot of these series if you want to be successful. You got a top 5 car at a particular racetrack, make sure you finish top 5.
Yep, they'll reward a lot if you got a top 5 car and you go too hard and finish outside the top 15.
We are racing here.
Kyle Turzak closing in on.
This is getting tight. Real tight.
Dang,
Where we
just
gonna
like
break
that,
up?
you're 7 seconds up.
Big run gets to the inside for a.
Oh, he locked it up. We're in the bus stop, sideways.
Another look.
3 cars.
Another quick right-hander in 6. This is a tough one.
Kevin, you just wish you were in this.
Turzak still with damage. Looks like all 4 corners of that car is bent in now. He's still got.
Should I go right?
He's running ahead of Brian McCann.
That'd be a hard turn to break in. Uh-oh. I jumped it.
Draft down the straightaway to make a dive into this.
Ooh, that's a 3-second penalty. That hurts. Good thing for that caution coming up.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is
Turzak a little loose on the
1.5
exit of that
seconds.
backstretch chicane. It's Johnston, Turzak, and McCann, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
One of the guys in the back of the pack, he's not even taking the bus stop. I think he's just taking the penalty.
Is there a limit on it?
He lost a lot of time out of that bus stop or that final chicane here in the front straightaway.
There's no limit, that's why.
Remain in stage 2.
How does he clear second-wise?
He just slows down. I guess he figured out it's quicker for him to do that than it is to go through the bus stop.
It's
interesting.
I'll try to put the power down a little early and get side by side.
Yeah, I'm not following Katie's
My only hope is the next stage.
21st. There's only 19 cars in the race. So I don't know if I missed something. I'm sure I said something that made it relevant, but I can't recall. Memory's going away with the old age there, Zach.
Oh, man. Well, I'm in big trouble then, if that's the case.
Yeah, you're nowhere near in trouble yet. Terzak's just having fits trying to get around Garrett Johnston. He seems to have the pace, but can't find an opening to get by. Back into the front stretch chicane. Terzak turns in just a little bit sooner, trying to get an angle on the 15, but nothing doing there.
Just going to dive it here. He's close enough. There it is.
I'm afraid to go to that right wall.
Just a bit. Almost gets into the 15.
I'm still gaining on him.
Manages to stay off contact.
I just have to not screw up next stage.
Great battle for position, though. This is for the third spot as we continue to watch Garrett Johnson, Kyle Terzak fight for that. 8 minutes away from our next stage break. This stage has really clicked by in a hurry, as we expected it would. Got Drew Blaze in the chat, says, I'm just here to see Millet wreck. Oh, wait.
Well, I'll see if they'll let me in that pace car here for this last stage, Drew. We'll give it a go.
Drew, thanks for jumping in, man. Do appreciate it. Oh, Katie Klein says, it's where I finished on Thursday. Well, is it Katie in the chat or is it Chris? I don't know.
Chris, did you hack your wife's YouTube account? Yeah, what's Chris? I know he's excited to watch this movie.
Just don't tell me it's a joint account.
Oh, no. No. People still do that.
Yeah, they do. Right on board with Garrett Johnson. He's still trying to defend against Kyle.
Oh, I went to first there.
See that other car looming in the distance, coming back.
No, Brian's, he lost some ground and he hasn't.
I'm matching Kevin still, running a 2.1 faster than everybody else.
Over and recruit.
Well, it's probably because these two cars are battling. Brian did beat.
So
he's just saving his stuff.
So
I'm up here on Facebook.
So I think it is Chris Klein in the chat that says, it won't let me make my own. We'll help you with that, Chris.
Hashtag joint account.
He might have said she won't. I think he meant to say she won't let me make my own.
Man, they going hard on that guy on that broadcast, ain't they?
So Raymond Terzak.
Y'all listening to this?
You know, I was wondering about this.
No, what did they say?
TV chat. He says Kyle turned 15 a couple days ago. Now it all makes sense.
Really?
And I mean that with all due respect, because some of these young kids coming up through iRacing, the teenagers, they have so much pace. Terzak, even in his interviews, I was not even 100% sure. Maybe he's a young kid, maybe he's not, but no, he must be. He just turned 15, and he is lights out.
Yeah, getting Michael Tucker.
Damn, I pushed big time.
You know, the difference is Terzak can save his stuff. Oh, Terzak gets the wall, though. And there's Brian McCann. I don't know if he was looking in his mirror and just didn't keep that wheel turned long enough.
We've said it a few times, but I hope that camera didn't affect that 051, but I don't think he did. He's already back to his bumper.
Anyone know what the clock's at?
On board with Brian McCann.
I think
4 minutes left, I believe.
4, yeah.
Kurt really didn't come into the start-finish line. He kind of checked up, kind of shocked in there.
8, 7, 8.
Now I think Brian's trying to get some more stage points because he knows he's got to get past Terzak here. Brian get a little bit more points than the 051 because Kyle's been just so strong and dominant this season.
Got one on your right. Keep left.
Locks him up at the bus stop, yep.
Still there.
Oh, this could be a great finish here.
4.5 minutes before the stage ends.
Still there. Hold your line.
This finish will almost be as good as the LSR Michigan finish.
Stay left.
I can almost hear Chris Klein laughing.
Drew Blaze in the chat. These kids and their damn cat-like reflexes.
Yeah.
Still there.
Terzak to the inside.
Right here.
No, still not enough.
Right.
It's just too shallow.
What a hell of a race.
Just can't power through. But here comes Brian.
Yeah, he overdrove turn 1 big time, opened up the door for Brian McCann. He gets the wall hard, drives the car up on the wall.
Oh, that's a hit right
That's
there.
going to hurt the car, I think. I think he might be
losing on the
broken
car
down.
in front. The gap is 1.3 seconds.
Now, we got to go back earlier on here and make the determination. Did Terzak burn that fast repair earlier, or did he sit there and get it fixed?
This is a terrible spot to go too wide.
Oh, wow.
He burned it. I'm pretty sure he burned it that first time, which he really had no choice. You know, he was so bent in the right rear that, I mean, the car wasn't even tracking straight, so.
Well, McCann does get around Kyle Terzak here, and Terzak tries it way deep into the backstretch bust stop again.
All right, drivers, we
It's
will
just
be
inches
doing
off
the
that
same
wall on
thing
exit.
for this
Terzak's
upcoming
quick. I don't care
stage.
where you take him.
So
Road
all
racing may
drivers
not be
will
his thing, but
catch
he
pace
is certainly
once
proving that he's
crossing
got the skills, he's got the talent to perform and compete everywhere we go.
I just don't know how much more this driver is going to be able to take.
No.
I think that thing, he might just have the tires so hot it's almost undrivable at this point.
A couple more minutes here, a lap or two. We'll have another stage break, give him an opportunity to cool things down, maybe change the tires, get some repairs made to that 050.
You're pulling away
Take a
from the
look at
car
the
behind. The
competitive
gap
that it
is
currently is.
2.5 seconds.
Nevertheless, his average finish is still going to be like 1.3 times the season.
You got one on
Yeah,
your
I guess
left.
that's pretty good.
All clear, all clear.
Ryan McCann, though, after his mishap on the back straightaway,
Try to fake him out there, but I didn't get him good enough.
he's up in the 4th spot, closing in on Garrett Johnston. We'll have to see if McCann can do anything with the 15. Granted, we've only got a couple of minutes left in this stage.
I'll tell you, Steve, this is where Brian McCann shines right here. I'm thinking he's gonna make this pass. He's gonna go up here coming into this chicane. Nope, backs off it.
He's going to back up his entry to build the speed out of the exit.
Crossover here.
We almost got into him, though, loosen the car up on exit. That's going to kill some of that momentum, but maybe not all of it.
Oh, man, it's just so hard to stay side by side in this banking.
Yeah, McCann had the right idea for sure. If he didn't get loose on the exit of the chicane, I think he might have been okay, but again,
Can do the
backs
same
up.
thing here.
Yeah, backs the entry up into the front stretch chicane. Big time run on exit.
Still not quite there, though.
It's just not.
I tried to get a run on him there. It didn't work.
You see, Brian definitely knows the way, to get around somebody on the road course. Backing up the entry, focusing on the exit, and not just diving it in.
What's the line? Slow in, fast out.
And then hope to God.
Can certainly living by those words here. Slow into the corner, fast on exit. To break that down, Millet started to get into the top.
Mile caution.
You basically lift and get on the brakes a little bit sooner than the driver you're racing against, so that you can get back to the gas a little bit sooner than the driver you're racing against. And typically, if there's a straightaway at the end of that corner, you can carry that speed and that added momentum all
I was hoping to get around him.
good pass at the end of it. It's most notable here in this circumstance down the back straightaway into that backstretch chicane. Now McCann not close enough to do anything with it, so he's going to back up his entry again and then drive through. Try this yet another time. He's got a better exit. Look into the inside. I don't know if he got on the brakes, checked up there or not. He was, I don't know, maybe a foot.
No taking tires this time?
15.
Might be the last lap of the stage here, Steve. This might be
Could
the
be,
last
and there it
chance.
is.
Oh, I am.
It's in your car.
And I tell you, Steve, Chris Klein in the
I'm not.
chat pointed this out that Kyle Terzak did hit the wall again really harsh, and he actually towed to the pit lane this time.
Oh no, Terzak.
I definitely used mine,
Under caution here. Let's take a look and see what
and
happened.
it matters after a while.
Blaze 51 looks like he's taking
I might as well.
beating on the front end.
Oh, yeah. It's
he's
more than the
grabbing
front
on
end.
Well, that's what we were saying. How much more can that car take?
That's a doctor.
I think even if he got it to the pits, how long would?
Oh, Kyle had a tow.
And you know what? I don't even see where that happened. I don't have any indicator of it, so unfortunately we're not going to see it. But yeah, Kyle Terzak had a really strong run, gave it his all.
I didn't see what happened, but I just saw him have a tow.
He's not going to have a great finish, unfortunately. Kyle Turzak in the IROC TV chat.
15
That
car.
was fun while it lasted. Kyle, it was fun watching, man. Even with a beaten and battered race car, you did a great job. You were up as high as 5th position there. I really think you had a shot at this one. I picked you. Thanks for letting me down.
We're all just going to go straight on the back stretch. You can just clear the black flags. We're going to try to
Send you
shut these things
PayPal
down
in
and get
10
there
minutes.
faster.
Yeah, right.
10-4.
It's only the second race this season that Turzak has
You
not
can
won.
just clear them once you see them. So
And we're
that
10
way it,
races in.
Won't mess us up on the
Still
timing.
impressive. If anybody could have a mulligan, it's Kyle
10-4. I
Turzak.
got you.
Absolutely. It's well earned at this point.
Can you clear mine? I just did that. Catch up.
Well, even though Kevin McCann is putting on a clinic here, he's led every lap to this point. We're about 40 laps in.
Pace car coming into
It's still been an
NASCAR
exciting
1.
race to watch. Plenty of battles throughout the field. We
Steve
watched
was saying you're running a
for
clinic.
quite some time. That was between Garrett Johnston, Kyle Turzak, and Brian McCann for quite a while. McCann finally got around Turzak, but
Got another
I think
black.
his race car finally just took all it could handle.
Can you clear it for the 44 car?
It does answer the question about that fast repair. Turzak did burn that one early on.
Well, Steve, if there's going to be any sort of strategy
Pace
down pit
car,
lane,
backstretch.
this is where you're going to see it.
Just got to make sure everybody's caught up here. We've still got a handful of drivers that haven't caught the rest of the field.
Yeah, there's a pretty good lineup coming. I think it's starting at about 6th place.
I think iRacing needs to have the ability to slow the pace car down.
Yeah, you know, I mean, how many times?
How much fuel?
Sonoma. You know, it just happens every road course race. It seems like.
Well, you think about it,
All right,
iRacing
gentlemen.
gives you the
Pit
opportunity.
lane
You can
is
either
open.
shorten the
Stand
caution
by.
or
Need to
lengthen the
go ahead.
caution.
Daniel, I'm going to blood through it again.
Should
right
be
here.
able to tell the pace car to
44 well.
ease up a little bit.
I think you only
Okay,
need
four,
10
I got
gallons.
NASCAR does it, especially on the road courses. You know, if they can slow the pace car down from, say, 65 miles an hour to 35 miles an hour, it's not like Formula One where they have to maintain a...
It's taking a little extra just to be on the safe side.
on fire. But that way, they slow the field down. They can get everybody
Great
caught
job so
back
far
up
tonight, guys.
without adding a lap or two of additional caution laps that weren't necessary.
Right.
Pit box in 10,
Looks like we're going to get lucky here, and everybody's going to catch the field.
Well, either way, Zach, you're going to write a letter to
2,
Boston.
1. Right here.
Yeah, I'll get that going.
All the damage is repairable.
So pace car is out on the track. Everyone's caught up here. Pit road is open.
Much better that time, 79. But of course, we ran shorter.
Comes Kevin McCann, Chris Beffert, Garrett Johnston, Brian McCann.
Dude, I was 88. I didn't need tires.
I'm talking about the inside.
Schofield, Brandon Mefford, Mike Cook, Jarrett Wiedner.
79 on the inside, and 88 in the
That's
middle.
it, go.
It's like everybody coming down pit lane. Chris
This is
Wally
the cars.
stays out.
Make them last the rest of the race. Line up single file.
So you were 88 in the middle, so I'm only 1%
Yeah.
off you. So yeah, I'm good. And hell, I had a spin, so we might be running about even.
See if these McCann brothers take 4 or 2. It's gonna be.
Oh, I gained a spot. Mefford lost.
It's like
Hey, I just want to pop in here and say good race. That was really fun. Wow, awesome.
coming out though.
Hey man, good racing, yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
I was the 15 car is defended, and I was trying to get a run, and then Brian got around me, and
I said in an hour race, we didn't change.
the rear end decided to connect with the wall. Let's just say that.
Gotcha.
Oh, was Chris Wally a lap down?
Yes, he
That
was.
was fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out here and see if I can run a fast lap.
I think
Well,
he got his lap.
probably shouldn't say that because Kevin's just gonna blast it.
Now
You know?
he's got a lead lap at 12th.
Yeah, Kevin, you're blasting out here. Hopefully, I have something. You gonna race Daytona, RC?
I'm not sure yet.
Yep,
We'll see.
HBR TV side by side.
Okay,
So we're gonna
well,
have to bang that.
Anyways, that was fun. I'll see you guys.
As soon as we go green, we'll
last one, and I
jump to it right
wasn't
away,
able
but
to
just be glad that
get
it's not a
in,
full-on
take
commercial
care of,
break, which we
before
really
we went
don't
back
run
green.
here much
So,
anymore at
both
all unless it's
34
post
and
or
the 9
pre-race.
are,
So you won't
getting
miss any of the
their
action. In
lucky
fact,
dog laps
I firmly believe you actually see more of the action during the side-by-side because it automatically cycles through the entire field. Anyway, it's got a battle going on, you're going to see it.
Take that.
I did put in the
Katie/Chris Klein in the chat again. Went to the Roval last year. Actually really enjoyed it. Was cool to be able to see the whole track and not just part of it. Well, don't come to the Glen now.
34.
Actually gained a couple spots on the pit road.
Glenn just migrating section to section.
But keep in mind,
I might be able to get back up to second place here.
multiple locations that have a giant screen in front of the grandstand.
I just cannot screw up.
One in front of the campgrounds out of the carousel between 9 and 10. So you got one there.
That's what killed me last
I
time.
believe in the S's. You've got one across.
Put me
from
back like
turn
4
2
seconds on
to the
a
bottom of the
penalty.
S's. Turn 1 has one as well. Plus, there's another one.
You cannot cut that right-hander coming to the start-finish line.
And turn 10. Yeah, they really moved the spot. They never really counted. Yeah, 1, 2.
Oh, you mean you can't cheat?
4, 5.
Whoa. I ain't talking about cheat. We're talking about cut.
Yeah, it certainly helps. It keeps you in the action.
If you want to know about cheating, ask Kevin.
True Blaze says, someone needs to give Kevin McCann the business like I did to Millet at Michigan.
That's the reason I don't stream anymore.
Yeah, I thought we were.
Oh!
That time, I was happy we both made it out of there.
Those of you that didn't see that race can find
Now I'm starting to get those beads of sweat inside the headset.
Ooh.
I think that was an LSR race.
You on VR?
It was, yeah, LSR
Like-
Cup Series. Yeah, I tell you, that was one of my happiest moments.
It's like reality in a helmet.
When I crossed.
You're on VR right now?
For the lead, I went to
Yeah.
the third and took it.
Oh, nice. You're in 5th. Damn, you're doing pretty good.
I
Would
got it
you-
working.
Would you say you like VR better than your
Will be better.
triples?
Oh, hell, no, not that. I say I
really?
like it a heck of a lot better than running on the
I really want to see those two go at it.
on the
Is very good
laptop
on the
screen.
courses, of course. Terzak is lights out.
That's interesting. I might need to think into that.
I think, and that's the reason I did it in the first place. I knew I was going to be traveling,
See it tonight, just bad luck. I was worried
and
when I saw Terzak.
the laptop screen just doesn't do it for me. It's
I agree with that.
Was if it was intentional or a requirement.
problem with the Quest 2. I wish I had a little more field of view.
Qualifying, you got to assume
Peripherals aren't real strong with this headset, but
Yeah, I think he easily.
I was lucky to get it to work with this computer, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you have to send me your settings sometimes, in case I try that with mine.
Working lap
Not be a
42.
problem.
1 hour.
It only took me forever to
into this
get the settings right.
And unfortunately, I think my computer's slower than yours, and you said you just barely got it working, didn't you?
Says the Glen is the best
Yeah, I'm
course ever for
CPU bottlenecked.
You can drop the for NASCAR part. I know we're biased
I got a-
New Yorkers, but
Well, Jen, no,
if you've never been, man, it's a great racetrack. It
I'll have to
really
look
is.
at it
It's a
again.
great environment. It's a very scenic part of the country and wine country of upstate New York. The parties are a blast. The track is great. Facilities are good. There's really not.
yeah, the old 3070 isn't even close to getting used up. It's all CPU.
Walking to the weekend. It's the.
Oh, really? I got
it's
the
weekend
3060.
I look forward to most every year. That.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. That's not gonna hurt you
Alright, man,
any.
we're going green next time.
I don't know what the
Alright,
processor
man, we got
is.
to line up on the left side here.
And he does a good job at that too. Let me tell you.
Terzak says, I'll take it back. The old 51 on the speedway. Well, that's true.
Pretty sure it's Intel.
Justin Cavett says it.
Oh man, I get to smash your rear end.
All right. Justin, I want to hear the
I
story.
apologize in advance, Brian.
Could be good.
Is that you in the yellow car?
It says NASCAR needs to replace
Yeah.
the Daytona Road Course. I think those are.
What happened to Mefford?
Oof.
He's alongside me.
3 times.
Yeah, but why do you lose so many spots?
That's a good question. He was up in second, wasn't he?
Hey,
Yeah.
that's an idea.
It's a road course in NASCAR country. It's a perfect mix.
Yep, I'm in for that.
Why'd you lose spots?
Or if you're afraid about it,
Oh.
sports, go to Virginia. VIR.
Asking him live.
My guys at the hot dog
That'd be a
stand.
good one too.
Well, while we're at it, for the
Alright,
sake of
cool.
argument, let's just throw the Nuremberg in there.
Well, then we'd have to leave the country.
Can you have them
I
grab
don't
me
know.
some cotton candy?
I don't like
Be a
that.
hell of an HBR field trip.
Race control joining in.
Go to Nürburgring.
Brian knows the to that, I think, for the good cause.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Coda I'm not a big fan of. And honestly, the Daytona road course, I like it, but I do not like it for stock cars. It's just, I don't know. I especially don't like that added chicane they put off of turn number 4. I know it's very similar to what we have here at the Roval, but it's just two tracks you can't compare.
Yeah.
Oh, Terzak's, okay, now I get it. So Terzak's blaming his mom because he had to help her during qualifying. Come on.
Oh. Nuke, you should be able to catch him.
That's
Pace
funny.
car is just coming out of
He's
NASCAR
back out on
break.
track too.
Should tell her to make the meatloaf. Do you want it now?
Tell you what, I got this hotel air conditioning cranked
Terzak
to
is
the
up.
limit.
Didn't he? Good for him.
Yeah, coming back out.
You know, a guy that truly does not need to. He didn't need to start this
Just go
race.
straight down the back stretch.
I give him credit for being
and
here,
I will clear the
continuing
black.
to run after getting that car fixed.
I think it's got. Well, let's see. He's got 2 cars
Oh boy.
at different laps, but you know how quick that can change.
We're going to stack it up and do it again.
It's worth doing.
Drew Prowl in the stream
Get
chat says,
ready.
"How about the Utah road course? Longest.
Don't
US
mess up,
road
don't mess
course.
up, don't mess
Only
up.
Bad thing is, it's a flat.
Get that right.
Style
Pace cars
track.
in.
All right, gentlemen. 17 minutes
That's not
remaining.
necessarily a bad thing. I guess I'd have to see it. It's all dependent on what kind of racing.
Green flag, green flag. You're in 3rd place. Good job. The next car is the leader. The leader just
There's that goes. It's true.
58.972
I'm not doubting
are on
it.
your right.
Now that I know he
All
just
clear,
turned
all clear.
15,
All right, man. You're
I
back
can just
in second.
picture it now. Him sitting there in his rig, mom coming in. We need you to go get this package. I can't pick it up. It's too heavy.
Good job. The next car is the leader.
I can see it.
What is Steve in there talking about?
All right, field coming to green here through the front stretch chicane. Barney is holding that.
Damn, Kevin is flirting with that wall.
Gets the command. Green flag back in the air. We're racing in stage 3.
Mike, I'm gonna let you by. You're faster than me.
Hopefully I don't make the same mistakes. I just need
You
to
don't
hold
know
what I
what-
got.
You don't know what flirting is until you race Long Beach.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Kevin McCann out to a big lead already, almost 3/4 of a second. In fact, more than
I got to be careful here.
a second.
Y'all gonna hear that a lot.
Turns 5,
You're pulling
6,
away
now
from the
7.
car behind. The gap is
One more quick left
1.1
turn before they get back on the NASCAR oval, turn number 1. McCann up the racetrack, still holding a 3/4 second advantage over brother Brian McCann. McCann in second,
15 just pulled off.
in the 3rd position. Looks like all drivers took 4 tires during this caution. They should be good to go all the way to the end.
Yeah, that 3rd place starting spot for Brian being on the inside really benefited him. Took second back pretty quick.
Somebody just blew up. I don't know who it was, but I heard the engine expire.
Oh. Is that Garrett Johnston?
How'd his motor blow up?
It might have been.
I think it might be.
Garrett Johnston, slow mover, was running.
Garrett Johnston's motor blew up.
McCann with the
He was in
Money
3rd.
shift.
Oh,
pre-existing damage to the car. Look,
will that happen?
I think it was maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you money shifted.
Good thing I'm on paddles.
still running, but it definitely
I guess you still could.
Garrett Johnston, a strong run, going bad here with 15 minutes to go.
That was the spot in the track coming out of that chicane, Steve.
Kevin, you getting worried yet?
Into 3rd, and he might have
About what?
went straight up into 1st.
That thing in your mirror.
Oh, you want me to start going fast?
Oh!
So now it's Kevin.
Ooh!
And Chris Befford, your top 3. Kyle Terzak says, all I have is a desk. He's on a desk. He's a Ty Majeski in this land, isn't he?
Oh,
That
man.
was your fastest lap of the
Well, I'll
session.
tell you this, Kyle. If you have an opportunity to start running some LSR special races, a lot of times they put up a rig for sale, a rig for prizes. If you can win the race, a lot of times you can end up with a simulation rig. There's a lot of guys already that still run over an LSR that have won that rig. Might be a good opportunity to pick one up for nothing.
Yeah, I think it's the GTR.
Yep. So with that, though, we keep chit-chatting here. We're going to take our final HBR TV side-by-side break with 14 minutes to go here from the Charlotte Roval. Kevin McCann leads. Brian McCann second. Chris
I just need to not screw up here. I think I've done lost Kevin.
When we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Well, you told me you wanted me to go.
Help us raise money, and he's always the first.
Let's take that back.
I would describe Marcos and his team.
Let's give it a good broadcast.
Being someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is.
You actually backing off too, ain't you?
Yes.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us.
Oh shit, you gonna get behind me? Oh my goodness.
Is he toying with you?
Oh my goodness. It's getting deep in here right now.
There you go, man. You're now the leader.
Real deep. I just about screwed that turn up. Holy moly, that rear brake.
We're coming back early here. We got a battle for the lead, and it's Brian McCann trying to hold off brother Kevin. The first laps today that Brian McCann has led. First laps today that Kevin McCann has not led. Don't know what precipitated it. We didn't catch it during the break, but we'll see if we can find it here. Late stages of this race, you got to wonder if Brian McCann has been sandbagging here all night long. Let's go to it. Just a few moments ago. Something amiss with the 33. I don't know if he just let him go.
We're in a podium position.
I think he had a cut. I think he had a slowdown. I bet you rewinded to that chicane before that period, and I bet you he either cuts it or misses it completely.
I'm going to have to back it up. You're absolutely right.
Just under 10 minutes remaining.
God, you guys know I hate doing this, but it is what it is. All right, so here it is. This is into the bus stop in the backstretch. He has the lead. That looked good. That looks good. That looks good.
This is strange.
They tried to figure out why you let me by.
He just jumps up top of the racetrack, slows down, lets Brian go by, and then gets back.
They are dissecting it.
This could be a little brotherly love to let him lead a lap. Or maybe there's some kind of, family bet going on here. I don't know.
Oh.
Brian's talking some smack in Discord.
There you go. Zach's got it.
No, he is trying, though. He is not trying to let his brother win this race. Kevin
Zach is in here saying that we're talking crap in Discord, and it's some kind of brotherly rabble.
Certainly needs the points, but we'll see if Kevin lets him win this thing. I don't see it happening. The way he just drove turn number 1, I don't think he's trying to let him win at all.
Man, this is a spot we haven't seen Kevin McCann in, though. I mean, he's been the faster car all night long, but now he's got to be extra fast to get around Brian. I mean, it's one thing to ride behind somebody or catch somebody, but you got to pass him. That's a whole different thing.
Well, he's got 9 minutes to get it done as he runs into tire tracks of brother Brian McCann. I'm going to wonder how much the dirty air is or is not affecting the 33. I know through this bank section of the racetrack, it may come into play as they're running a pretty considerable amount of miles per hour. Closes the gap onto the brakes, though, into the backstretch chicane. McCann's right there.
And, you know, Steve, I just don't know how awkward Easter dinner is going to be if Kevin gives Brian the chrome horn here for the win.
Especially since Kevin is here for one thing and one thing alone, and that's
They're here talking crap.
He doesn't care about points. I think he may have run one race prior to tonight in the season. He's just out here trying to collect the trophy.
That could be the reason, you know.
They talking about
points running here.
Eating dinner at Easter and talking crap about each other. I forgot to shift. Uh-oh.
You know, it's going to be tough with background Brian. Passing Brian McCann is no easy task.
You know, even when you are faster, it's not easy to make a pass on Brian McCann, especially when you throw in the factor that it's at this road course here at Charlotte.
Are you right on his tail, Kev?
Got a lot.
Yeah, battery wreck.
Yeah, I think you about hit me there.
Probably the best place.
I got a little worried.
Maybe even into turn one if you got a good exit out of that front stretch chicane. We have seen Kevin McCann close the gap a couple of times there coming into turn number one, but unable to get to the inside and really make a move.
How much time's left?
About 4 laps.
McCann really good on the brakes, locks him up just a bit on the entry to that backstretch chicane again, and Brian McCann, I don't know, I think that's kind of what Brian's line has been all night long, was to back up the entry and then have a good exit. And he clearly has a great exit there. I just kind of wonder, with Kevin McCann being out front for as long as he does tonight, he didn't get any opportunities to see what kind of line and what kind of braking points that Brian McCann was working with. That may have caused that lockup into 33.
Yeah, it might have shocked him how early Brian got to the brakes there, but I mean, it's so hard to ride behind somebody, especially this close. Kind of messes up your line.
Brian McCann got a piece of the wall there just a moment ago.
I didn't hit no wall.
Number 2.
You know, that's something to be said too, Steve. I mean, look how clean Kevin's car is.
Well, that's just it. I mean, Kevin
buff out.
Fight with a whole lot of traffic here today. Yeah, he got
Dump, Steve.
cars, but it's not like Terzak, who started back, I think it was 15th. He had to fight through the field, and ultimately that's what got him into trouble. He had to hustle. I think he may have pushed the envelope a little harder than he needed to, considering we had a stage break at the 30 and 60 minute marks.
Brian's got a really good exit coming out of there.
Well, that's just it. And really, I think Brian running the line in the braking zone that he's running, backing up his entry the way that he is, that's kind of killing Kevin McCann, because he either has to run the same thing that Brian is or run him over. I mean, those are his options, and he doesn't want to run him over. He's not here for points. He's here just to win this race. I'm sure he'd rather get this pass done clean than to dump his brother for a win when Brian's in contention, at least, for a championship. It's a tough dilemma.
I don't know, Steve. If I was Kevin, if I was Brian and you were Kevin in this spot, would you do it?
Would you do it?
Would I dump him?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, Zach, if you're in front of me in this situation, I'm not dumping you.
Oh!
If you're here for a title and I'm here for the race, I'm not. I don't operate like that.
Bigger picture. Bigger picture.
Now, if it's... Well, I've been known to dump a couple of guys, but...
I was trying to think of his name.
Cole Ainsley.
Okay, yep. Watkins Glen.
Two days in a row.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
2 days in a row.
It was ARCA and then Cup. I won both races.
He won.
He still owes me, but he sold all of his stuff, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, it was kind of...
They talking crap on this broadcast.
This was the nail in the coffin.
To be fair, it's not my fault he parked in the middle of the carousel.
Can't park there, sir.
Yep. Less than 4 minutes to go. Brian McCann continues to lead, and dare I say he's starting to put a distance on second place?
10's faster.
0.6 of a second back to Kevin McCann. I got to wonder if Kevin overheated his tires trying to reel in his brother. He might have 2, maybe 3 laps left to try and get this done.
3 minutes remaining.
Either way, if we get an opportunity here to talk to Kevin McCann post-race, we need to find out what happened down the back straightaway. I don't know if maybe he got a slowdown at a different point of the racetrack prior to that chicane, but it's really answering the question about clean air. It seems to be really important.
Yeah, it seems like that clean air is just, after every update that I loosen things up, it just gets more and more important.
Pretty sure we got 2 laps to go as we cross start finish here. Next time by should be the last lap of the race. As long as the clock is accurate. Don't want to end in a lap too soon like we did at the Daytona 24 this year.
Yeah, that was an awkward finish on that one.
Yeah, 24 hours to get it right. And one job. Couldn't pull it off.
Looks like the leaders are going to have a clear track for this finish, too. I don't see any lap traffic that's going to be in the way or hinder this finish.
1 more lap to win.
Both McCanns into the banked turns 1 and 2 of the NASCAR Oval. Brian starting to stretch it out again, now a half a second back to Kevin McCann. We'll see if Kevin can close the gap onto the brakes here into the bus stop. And man, big time. Brian's taking care of his stuff. Kevin is abusing his tires, trying to get down late breaker into the chicane. Now back into NASCAR 3 and 4. We'll see if he can close the gap again. If he gains the same amount of positions here, he'll be alongside Brian McCann into that front stretch chicane coming to the white. I think Kevin might have been saving his tires here for this last run. Oh, a little bit of contact. Kevin over the curbing in that final chicane is going to really open up the gap between the 3 and the 33.
That's a lot of ground to cover, Steve. I don't know. I mean, if anybody can do it, it'll be Kevin McCann, but that's a lot of ground.
We should have gotten the white flag across the line that time. I did not see it displayed, and I don't have an indicator that it was displayed. So we may still have 2 more laps. Watching this battle here for the race lead, if Kevin McCann can really close it down.
I've been back here afraid to say anything.
Second on the back straightaway, the last lap. Kevin gains another 10.5 through that set of corners.
I screwed up last lap, big time.
Over again, but gains it back as they get back to the NASCAR Oval.
I think this is the last lap, Steve. I'm pretty sure I saw Barney waving it.
Oof. Kevin, you shouldn't have done that.
Nevertheless, Brian McCann, a strong run, does not give up.
So that Discord talking worked, didn't it?
Outside pole with Kevin.
Yeah, your strategy paid off.
Extra chicane once again. He'll have 1 more opportunity.
What? Brian win?
You were definitely faster.
You just can't. I mean, it's hard to pass.
Kevin's going to throw this baby into this last chicane. Watch the ground he's going to make up.
Damn, sorry, man.
Final couple corners. Kevin McCann drives it deep.
It's a car where it's all about braking and acceleration's not really a thing.
McCann wins it. Kevin McCann.
You were fast in all the right parts.
He's going to come home in 3rd.
I brake check you some and mess you up coming out of the corner.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Wrecked.
Brian McCann, your race winner.
I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I was just that much slower than you were, so it was messing you up more than it was messing me up.
Gets it done here today.
Your only problem is that last turn. Like, if you worked on that, you would have been super fast.
Right at the start-finish line?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably my weakest.
Yeah.
I agree there.
Half a second faster there than you.
Yeah.
Run.
I gotta tell you though, I certainly did not see it going this way with the dominance.
I had to like readjust how I was driving just to drive behind you.
Kind of looked similar to the first two stages. You know, everybody came in, took 4. The pace looked about the same, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to these interviews, Steve.
Brian out there still running competitive laps on the cooldown.
Yeah, did you get a little too confident?
I did.
Well, it's fun having you on tonight.
And here comes Brian McCann.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Is there another road course on the schedule?
No, you got
Great
the only
race
one.
tonight, guys. I will see you next week.
Unfortunately.
As a reminder, next week is Twin 125s.
He came up and just bumped me and left. Who was that? 46.
That's winner, Brian.
Well, congrats, Brian.
Thank you. Good race. Oh, you really?
I survived.
Oh no, there is a Daytona road course in the playoffs.
really?
Yeah.
No
Nice.
kidding. Oh, that'll be fun. That's a long one. Holy grapes.
Now you know that's my track.
Season for Brian
Gonna
McCann.
lap people on that one.
Here at the Charlotte Roval, Chris Mefford comes in to congratulate.
All right, guys, have a good week. I got to get this stuff off of my head.
All right, see you.
All right, later. I don't know why my wheel quit working.
I was really kind of hoping Kevin would come and just park right on top of him here, but
We're going to step aside here, get our final break out of the way. Back with our top
Where's the
after this. Stay with us.
driver's room? Oh, now I see it.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistics
That didn't sound
Management
right.
is your one source.
Is
for
my-
all
is my
your
voice
shipping
messed up?
needs. 53-foot dry van shipments,
All
auto transport shipments, full service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Cordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear.
Brian McCann, Incident King.
Home to iRacing apparel.
Incident King. What'd I do?
You had 20 incident points, man. What the hell?
Did I? I didn't even notice. There wasn't no limit.
He thought hitting the wall was faster.
Marcos Garza.
It was a few times.
We were doing radiothons for St. Jude.
I thought you going through the grass was a little faster. Brian, did you take fuel that last stop?
Yeah, but only 4 gallons. For like 12 gallons total is what I had to start that.
Dang, I took like 2 gallons and it had a stupid long stop.
You get tires?
Yep.
You only took 2 gallons and had a long stop.
Yeah.
I
got
noticed
past
you
my
were.
2 cars.
I was noticing you were sitting there longer. That was because I thought it was weird. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Were you repairing damage and not realize it?
No, I didn't have no damage.
I had like 30-second optional, but I gassed out of it.
That's because what's in there one the door? You have to go in the corner.
Oh, I hit the wall several times that race. Me and Kyle was racing real hard. Sometimes I just make a huge mistake.
You guys all the way down on brake bias?
Yeah, but I gave it some clicks up though. At the end of the race, my rear started locking up. Did yours,
Really?
Kevin?
Yeah, I went up like 1 click or 2.
I think I was up 3 clicks.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Brandon. He was up to like 56. I'm like, dude, you can put that rear brake in. It's going to help, set the car up on those chicanes.
Oh yeah. especially at the beginning of the race. I hope you don't have push to talk in there. All right, I fixed it. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. I fixed it. It broke mid-race, so everything that I was saying to them was going through. Normally, I will split the chat up on what I'm saying to Discord and stream, but I couldn't. For some reason, it unbound itself midway during the race. But that played into my strategy. I couldn't say anything over the microphone sometimes, what I was thinking, but the stuff I did say caused Kevin to let me buy him because I was back there talking crap. And then he was trying to get back around me. But I wouldn't allow none of it. He gave me the position, so I was defending like hell.
Brian, it's Steve and Zach in the HBR TV broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I do. How's it going?
It's going good, Brian. Congratulations. An awesome race win here tonight. Kevin McCann was really the guy to beat here tonight. Dominant performance here, leading a lot of laps, all of them, or most of them for that matter. Walk us through what happened there. It looks like Kevin had somewhat of an issue on the backstretch, possibly in the chicane, had to slow up there on the NASCAR 3 and 4. You take the lead, but you were able to hold him off over a few challenges throughout the course of the last 8 minutes of this race. Tell us what happened there.
Well, it's a funny story. So at the beginning, the first 30 minutes, the first stage, he was really quick off the go, and he got up like 8-9 seconds, whatever. But at the very end, I was reeling him in. I was running faster than he was at the very end. So luckily for me, my talk button on my microphone, my steering wheel went out, so I had to voice open to their Discord. So everything I was saying, even my inner thoughts and whatever, was making it to them. And I was talking a bunch of crap in the radio. So Kevin decides he's going to let me over. He's going to let me by and get around me again, just to show me. I think that was just what he was saying in Discord. And so I just got out front and ran like hell. So he couldn't get around me. I was slowing up in the corners so he couldn't get the run off. And yeah, I mean, I was putting a full block on there for most of the time.
We did see that actually quite a bit after you got by the 33. You were really backing up your entry and then driving out of the corners, especially in both the backstretch and front stretch chicanes. That's really where you excelled on exit of both of those. We saw that not only with your brother Kevin, but earlier on in the race when battling with some other drivers, but it paid off for you. I know road course racing is something you're certainly good at. Oval seems to be your specialty, but you're certainly no slouch here. What kind of preparation did you put forth this week here to get ready for the Roval, if any?
No, I didn't put any in. I don't think Kevin did either. There's typically one thing you do in these cars. We have me and you and Zach, we got to have a lot of experience in these already from the Noble series that we run, road course in these cars. So that helped a whole lot here. If it would have been my first night road course on these, it would have been a lot more difficult, but yeah, that good race. Kevin was fast. I think
lost you for a minute there, Brian. Backtrack about 5 seconds and try it again. If that were something.
Yeah, just I don't know where I left off at, but good race overall. Kevin was really quick, man. He took off and just went. So I think he had this race, but we battled it out there at the end. Some other people were really there with us too. And, Mefford had a good showing. Both Meffords, actually. I just saw the third and fourth. Yeah, man. Good race.
Yeah, Chris Mefford started there in that third position and finishes in the third position, so a nice run for him. Brandon Mefford, we talked to him, I think it was yesterday, actually, talking about what he felt like getting into tonight, and he was certainly not excited considering that it was a road course, but he's probably pretty happy now with a solid top 5 finish. You certainly very happy here with the first race win of the season. Moving into next week, I think we're at Langley Speedway. How do you feel about your chances to go 2 in a row and finally kick this momentum off here? Maybe take over Kyle Turzak with a points lead here by the end of the season.
I don't know about that. It's a stretch. Kyle's fast. I've passed him once, and I hold it, close to my chest and remember that one moment. But all those other races, he goes out there and shows us how to do it. So, it's going to be a tall order, but we're definitely going to send it.
Well, Brian, congratulations, man. A well-earned race win. I think you kind of did a rope-a-dope with your brother, and you made it work. So congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Shout out to my family, you for doing the broadcast, Zach for hanging out with us tonight. Listening to you guys during the race. Amazing broadcast. The admins for putting this league on. Race control, keeping an eye on us. Drivers for showing up every week. And our sponsors. Can't forget our sponsors. Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us, Brian. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
You too. Oh, man. What a race.
Who do you want to thank for
a huge mistake mid-race, set me back about 6th position. And then Kevin made a mistake, let me around him, and I was able to hold him off. Let's see what Kevin says. I try not to be too mean. You too.
Brian McCann, your race winner here from Charlotte Motor Speedway at the Roval. See if we can pull Kevin McCann up next and get a word with our runner-up and see if he can corroborate this story. Kevin, it's Steven Zach in the HBR TV booth. You got us?
Yeah, how's it going?
Kevin, congratulations, man. A second-place finish. I know you're out here trophy hunting here tonight, but walk us through that pass. I know Brian had one story. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I want to hear yours here.
Oh, I like how Steve's setting this up.
Looks like there, maybe the exit of the backstretch chicane. Your brother gets alongside, gets past you. You put the pressure on him after the fact, but unable to get back by him. Walk us through what happened there when Brian got past and took the race lead.
Yeah, I just started suffering from big head syndrome, and really thought I could get back by him, so I let him by. And it's he was doing everything right. He was fast in all the right parts of the track, and he started brake checking me, kind of like entry of the corner, and he was pulling out all the stops, and I just couldn't get back by him. I thought maybe I could do it in 10 minutes, but turns up I just burned up my tires trying. So he earned that one, I guess.
Thank you, Doug. You get pretty darn close a couple of times, especially under braking, getting into both.
He said it too.
Seemed to be your fastest.
Steve was trying to get him. See if my story checked out.
Upset the handling on his car, but still not quite enough to get around. You have to settle for that second place. I know you like these road courses. We haven't seen you much this season, but we're going to see more of you here before we're done with these late model stocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a few more. There's some tracks on here that I'm definitely gonna try and make. Like North Wilkesboro. That one's
North Wilkesboro is gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to that one.
With that said, Kyle Turzak already sent a shot over the bow. He said he's going to be a challenger for you come Daytona Road Course. Are you planning on that one with these guys?
Oh, yeah, and I don't know, man. That's my track, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I've probably got, many hours in that, running the Daytona 24 every year, and it's one of my favorite road courses, whereas the Roval is probably my least favorite, so we'll see.
Just out of curiosity, Kevin, how many years do you have on iRacing?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. 10 plus, I think.
Turzak's only got 15 years on this earth, so we'll see what happens. Kevin, congratulations, man. A nice run here tonight. Tough break. You couldn't take it to victory lane. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, appreciate you guys doing the broadcast and the guys put on the league.
All right, Kevin, thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck in the next races we see you at.
Yep, thank you.
Kevin McCann, your runner-up here from the Roval. Now we're going to talk to the 46 of Chris Mefford. Mefford also not running a full schedule this season. It's just not a full-time effort for the 46 by any means, but Chris Mefford bringing it home with a third-place finish here at the Charlotte Roval. Chris, it's Steve and Zach in the booth. You got us?
I got you.
Chris, congratulations, man. Long time no talk.
When I was behind Kevin, I was just being safe, and I was talking all that crap to him.
And I know road racing is not really the forte of a lot of
I wasn't driving very good, but once I got in front of him, I put in all the effort.
Walk us through your preparation coming into tonight. Was there any?
There was a couple of times I made some mistakes.
You finished third,
but I didn't call it out over the radio.
That is key.
Of course, he can obviously see it, but I don't want to admit to it.
I got up this morning, went to work, and then had some Taco Bell. So
because I really thought he was going to get around me a couple times. It was close.
I wasn't even going to run. Brandon messaged me. I was eating dinner with my wife. He's like, "Hey, get on your race. I suck." So I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And I get on here, and I know Brian, Kevin, or Zach. I enjoy doing them. I find myself good to my
Chris
standards.
beat Brandon by 7 seconds.
Well, you really did have a strong run. Anytime you have a solid qualifying effort with finish that.
And then Tim and the VR on a laptop got 6, so that's pretty good.
If you finish second to 2 McCanns,
4th, 5th, and 6th was right there together.
Some talent that I don't think you're even aware you've got.
Yeah,
Brandon, I'm not crapping on you here. I'm just reading off.
On a lot of leagues they run.
Were y'all battling at any point?
They put a lot of time in. It shows. I mean, those guys are tough. Same with Zach. Whenever
It was like lap 2 or 3 in, I looked back and I saw some cars battling.
pretty much dominates.
I don't know if that was y'all, but I think somewhere Garrett was mixed in. He dropped way back, like 10th.
I got off just because of work purposes, and then I had to change my graphics card because it was really stuttering quite a bit. So hopefully I get back in here and race a little bit more.
So with that said, we've got Langley coming up next week, and then I think a break, and then Slinger. Are we going to see some of these races here in the future before the season's out?
We'll see. So I'm trying to get myself back into the racing shape of things. You might not. It's going to be a 50-50 shot. Probably just depends what I really got going on. I did hear that Kyle called out the McCanns for Daytona Road, and I have a substitute driver that he has no idea that he's running yet, right, Zach?
Right.
Oh, I can't go back to my garage.
But no, dude, it's a fun little league. I mean, you guys ran these late models. It's always been, who's going to be out front quite a bit because they have so much grip, and it's just really you can actually have some good race. So I might be out there, might show my face a little bit. Probably won't talk to you guys, but I think
Here,
I'll be
Brandon.
out there a couple times.
Well, Chris, we hope to see you out there for sure. Obviously, you run these short tracks very well. I think if you do continue to run this series, we're going to be having some conversations. May not necessarily be for the race win, but you're going to be in the conversation for sure. We'll give you that much, 100%. Chris, again, congratulations on a solid top 3 finish here at the Roval. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Yep, I thank you, Steve, HBR TV for broadcasting.
So you were 4th here. You got around Brent.
No, we wasn't second to fast, but I find myself fast to my standards.
I'm on lap 52 right now.
Like you see them on the track, these McCanns are, very, very fast in these courses. Shout out to Wally and all the admins for putting up with us, all of our sponsors, and all the support. Without them guys, it wouldn't be possible. Shout out to my wife for letting me do this, and all my teammates at Trading Motorsports.
All right, Chris, good to talk to you, man. Hope to talk to you again in the future.
Yeah, that low, easy entry, I like that one too.
Thanks, I appreciate you too.
That did good for me.
Chris Mefford, your 3rd place finisher here from the Roval. Well, we talked to these guys, Zach, and they all
That was a turn that really eat your tire up.
We're not as
fast. Left front, and it would get out real easy.
As you guys on the road courses, but these guys, they can compete, okay? Don't let anybody fool you out here. They know what they're doing. Brian McCann, obviously. Kevin McCann, obviously. And even though Chris Mefford
I did too, Brandon.
He's got this figured out. He knows what he's doing at the wheel of a race car, whether it's in the sim or even real life. Brandon
like your
Mefford,
sub for the next road?
Talked to him yesterday post-race. He was not looking forward to tonight.
Gotcha.
He started 5th, finished fourth. Strong run for
Yeah,
the
Kevin took off and got like a 9-second gap on me on that first stage.
Being consistent is way more.
That's where I had to learn some stuff
than being fast. The pace helps here and there, but being consistent, hitting your marks lap after lap.
All right, man.
That's what winners.
Thank everybody for tuning in.
If you could do that,
I'm going to go ahead and call it a night.
every time.
See you next race.